but nothing that night. Now we're going to speak about when the ambulance arrived.
They started checking out Casey, and they took me away from me to the ambulance. And then
So from the time that you fell off the ladder and you found Casey and immediately started trying to work on her and realized there wasn't anything you could do, did you have to go back inside then and get the phone?
Yes.
Okay, so then did you do anything else when you were inside? No. Where did you have to go inside the house to get the phone?
I think it was on the back of the table, on the boxing table. I think it was on the back of the table.
Okay. And did you make the phone call within the house, or did you?
I don't remember. I might have been dialing.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
Okay, well, I didn't know it's a cordless phone that you were on.
Right.
Hope you guys had a good day today.
Instant happiness is here at Rent-A-Center.
I didn't have much of a really good day, but I didn't have a horribly bad day either, so there is that. This is Chillin' and Chattin' Thursday night. It's open panel, open topic for open-minded people. So that's what this is about tonight, just like every other Thursday. And I'm fucking beat. What is up, everybody? Please hit that like button, hit that dislike button. I don't really care which one. Just hit one for me, would you? I'd appreciate that much. I'm not too picky. Just hit one of them. At least you got options over here. Most people only give you that hit the like button option. Oh man. I can't wait to get my test results back for my MRI for my back, see what the hell's going on with that shit. That'll be Monday. That'll be nice. Figure out that. And the shit going on with my elbow. That'll be extra nice. For sure. I know it's fucking killing me today. I really don't know how much longer I'll be able to do this delivery shit, man. Yeah.
If that's what it is.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
You'll recommend it too. If it's done that much damage,
Yeah. I mean, I can't even. It's like to right here now. I can't rotate it.
You can be able to do your job with your hand.
Ain't gonna be able to do shit. It's fucked up, man.
You drive, I guess that's about it. You know what I mean? As far as the carrying and stuff.
Yeah. Here's the link if anybody wants to come up.
If only we would listen when you were a kid.
Shit, yeah, if I would only listen when I was a kid. Yep.
Like, yeah,
Yep.
whatever, I know what I'm talking about, I know what I'm doing. You don't need to tell me, yeah. Only.
Yeah. I definitely wish I would have listened to my parents when I was younger. That's for damn sure. Especially about my body.
About my knuckles and everything.
Yep.
You're gonna have arthritis, whatever, Grandma. Whatever I want.
Yep.
Here I am.
Yeah.
Pregnant.
Oh my god, dude.
So when's Tadela?
I didn't. So just 10 o'clock. That needs to be established, I guess. She needs to be home no later than 10 o'clock on school nights.
I would say 9:30. That way it gives her time to get ready for school the next day and
Yeah, don't matter to me.
so I'd say 9:30 because I mean that's quite a bit of time she still gets to spend at his house.
Well, I know. And she's not going to be going over there every single day either. After school, anyway. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's really done. I mean, it's not like they don't still talk when they're not around each other because they're constantly texting or you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I know.
Video calling.
Playing their games and shit, yeah, I know.
Weird. So I think she could be alright. 9:30 on weekdays, wherever. Weekends she can stay a little bit longer.
Yeah, I
It's the
guess.
weekend, you know.
Don't matter to me. I just rather have her home and not at her boyfriend's house. But that's me. So I'm her dad.
Well, I don't mind her spending spending time with him,
I do.
but I just you know what I mean. The less, the better. Right now, oh, it's school's in session because they both need to focus on that. I mean, it's really important.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Text her and tell her I'll be there at 9:30. Or do you text her?
Nope. So I decided I'm going to start another channel. Because my friend Mr. John won't get off my ass.
Hey, I'll be there at 9:30 to get you.
So there is that. Yeah. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Hi, Mom. I've come to talk with you again. Yep. People hearing without listening. And the words of the prophets were written on the subway walls and tenement halls. And whispers the sound of silence. Into the neon god they pray. Hey, Mom.
Hello, how are you?
I'm tired. I'm beat up.
You had a long day, didn't you?
It's been a long week.
Long week?
Couple of them,
Yeah.
yeah. And I got this shit going on with my right elbow, man. It's making work even way more
Oh,
difficult than it needs to be, man. I can't pack more than like 2 bags of groceries with my right arm anyway, and fuck picking up a case of water. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Just taking that one arm
That's
and
horrible.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Oh, did I tell you the other day? Some DoorDash guy left food in front of my door. I went outside. I was going to go outside to turn the sprinklers off in the front yard, and I opened my main door, and the storm door was still shut. And I looked down, and there's a bag of food and a drink. The only thing is, I have to push the door forward to get out of the thing, and I'm like, okay, did somebody in the house order food? You know, and I'm thinking, and how am I supposed to get the food?
Yep.
Because I'll have to knock over the drink, or I have to go get shoes on and walk around
hey,
through the alley and around to the other side, to get to the front door.
Yep.
And I'm like,
I'm gonna be there to get you at 9:30.
I'm looking at it like, okay.
I'll be there to get you at
And all of a sudden, this guy backs up, runs up there, runs through the sprinklers and things. He's, I'm sorry.
So that way
And then he had to wait for the sprinklers so he could go through again. And I said, that's why I'm coming out, was to turn off the sprinklers. And he ran across the street
Hey, I'll be there at 10.
and delivered it. But I'm thinking, who puts a drink in front of a door that you have to open?
You would be amazed. You would be amazed how many fucking DoorDashers or Uber Eats drivers or even Spark drivers will put the groceries right in front of the door. It's ridiculous.
And then the people can't open their door.
Yeah.
And some places you live in an apartment, and sometimes the doors do open outward. They don't all.
Yeah. People, I don't get why people do it either.
I was like, well, I'm glad it wasn't for me, because I would have to write a report and complain about the DoorDash guy. So.
Yep, I would have too. For sure.
I got kids yell. Well, let me go yell at them and tell them to be quiet. They're supposed to be sleeping. What's going on? Kids, go down and not be touching each other, okay? Let her lay down, Jewel. No, just let her lay down. No, she's not going out the front door. Everybody was all quiet. I'm thinking, oh, okay, they're watching TV, they're gonna fall asleep. And then all of a sudden I hear this arguing.
Yeah, whenever kids are quiet, they're not sleeping. They're up to something no good.
Sure. I tried to sit down to study because there's a test tomorrow. So my sister said, make sure she studies her addition and her subtraction. So I told her, I said, get your homework out. She's like, why? I said, because you have to study for your test. Why?
Because I told you to get your goddamn homework out.
She started whining and crying, and I go, it's going to take you a lot longer. I said, I'm not yelling at you or anything. You just need to get it out and let's do it. So I what I did was I was using what she had already done her homework, but I was using, the homework for her to write down the information and stuff like that. And she's like, but I don't have to do addition. I go, so what happened was I had her, she would tell me the answers. And I said, well, let's look at this. the answer you gave me plus the middle number, is it the same as the top? So she'd have to, and it wouldn't be, because I said, that's how you check. You have to use subtraction and you have to use addition to
What's
make
up,
sure
Major?
you have the right answer.
Right? Yeah, but that's not how they do integrated. That's not how they do integrated math anymore, Mom.
Oh, I know.
It's so
I know
fucking
they don't.
stupid. It's so
They don't
stupid.
half the time they don't even care if they write the right answer.
They don't. They don't. Like how good in school I would have been if I didn't have to come up with the right fucking answer.
I would have gotten A's
Shit, I would have been an honor roll student.
too. And unfortunately I wasn't.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Oh, we don't care if they get the right answer. We just care. We just want to see that they can get to that they can get to their answer.
Right.
The fucking there's only one answer. That's the correct one. So it's kind of imperative to get the correct answer, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. I know. It's really
Stupid.
the way schools are starting to, you don't learn to, you don't have to do penmanship. You don't have to, they just want you to get along with each other,
Yeah.
and
poop in the litter boxes in the classroom.
It's more accepting people, and letting people discover who they are, and
we don't go to school to find out who the fuck we are. That's what we do when we get home and we play with our friends and go hunting and fishing with our parents and shit. That's when we discover who we are.
I mean, it's like
shit's so backwards in this world anymore, dude. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's really sad. You hear stories about kids who stand up and say there's only two genders. Get in bed. Time to go night-night. Daddy's at work, mommy's at work. Go lay down, go night-night. So you can get up in the morning and be a happy camper. Okay? Okay?
Or
go.
It's time to go to bed, kid.
Go. Go night-night.
Just passing through, Major says. Well, we're glad to see you here. Schools these days don't even teach cursive writing or how to tell time on a clock. That's right.
Oh, I know.
That's ridiculous.
It's like, yeah, if they don't have a digital clock, they don't know how to tell time.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
And it's like, and
we have set our future up to fail.
And now you can use your calculators. I remember I had to, I had to use my fingers without the teacher knowing I was using my fingers.
I had to use touch points without the teachers knowing I used touch points. Who remembers touch points?
Yeah. Oh, they don't even know that. No, it's really
fucking stupid, man. Like, how good at school? Like, I would have been like the king of the honor roll if I could have used the calculator and not come up with the right answer.
Well, I told somebody, I says, I was in the education field, and now I would tell people if they were thinking of a career, I would tell them not to go into the education field, number one. And I'm almost to a point where I'm ready to tell parents, don't send your kids to public school because they're not going to. They're going to come out with socialistic.
They're going to come out fucked up.
Yeah. They won't know what gender they are.
They're all confused.
They're going to be thinking it's okay to take a shit in the litter box in the fucking front room. It's like, what the fuck? I really don't get it. Like, I had somebody put a post on, or a post, however it works on Facebook. I got a post on Facebook today, and all it said was, and this was an old friend of mine from back in high school, and all it said was, "Never underestimate a teacher." And everybody's like, "Right on, yes, yeah." Blah, blah. I was like, "Why not? Why not?
Maybe that's why all these teachers have gotten this way.
Why not? Yeah, why answer that? Like somebody answer me. Why should you not ever underestimate a teacher? Why not?
You should underestimate
Right.
your kids are around.
You should underestimate everybody your fucking children are around.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Anybody.
Because that person that your children is around, they usually don't have your children's best of interest in their mind.
That you least suspect that it would be, guess what?
They're the ones that just fucking with your kids.
You should be leery of everybody.
Like for real.
Everybody.
And I just don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, stop. I mean, oh, Bobby Joe called me stupid. Well, she called me ugly. So what? Shut the fuck up. It's probably because you're not that smart, and it's probably because you're not that good looking. I mean, shit. That's the way this shit works, right? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, man. Like, come at me as a stick and watch what happens. Call me an asshole and watch what happens. I'll probably be like, yeah, you're probably right. I am an asshole. You know what I mean? Can't hear you, Mom, if you're talking. We're playing the silent game. Okay. I don't know. I might have got shut down. Even who knows? It's almost impossible to say anymore.
Not surprising anymore. Oh my fucking god, you guys are.
And now she's off panel.
You had enough of that talk.
Yep. It's like, don't you know I was a teacher?
Later, GTK. So you.
Unsubscribe now. G2K is so fucking good at what he does. His own mom unsubscribed.
That only means his sister's unsubscribed. It's mom too.
What do you do?
What, you can't please everyone, so you might as well please yourself.
I mean, if you're not going to please everyone, that's unfair. So just don't please yourself in front of everybody else. That way, nobody knows you're pleasing yourself.
Right? So you can get all kinds of pleasure.
So you get all the pleasure in the world you want. Para, go lay down. Go lay down.
Parasite. Go lay down.
Oh, I thought you abandoned me, Mom.
Yep, I made it. I was like, you better work this time.
What happened?
I tried putting, after I was already up on the panel, I tried to put the headphones on, and it was like, and they wouldn't connect, which was weird because normally it just switches over.
Yeah.
So I had to totally go out and close everything and then start back up, and then it worked.
Oh, that's good.
Like, it's just easier to hear. And
Fucking Para ate my earbuds, so I don't even have any anymore.
oh no.
$180 pair of fucking earbuds. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking ew. Yep.
Ew.
Just ew.
Ew.
Makes me fucking beyond mad. Fuck that dog is what I said. That's what I said when he did that. I was like, fuck that dog. You know what I mean? Like for real. That's so mad. I could have beat him. But I'm not an abuser, so you know.
Right.
I didn't even yell at him. For shit's sake. My wife did. but I did it. My wife's only an abuser to me. Everybody, just so you know.
He's a liar.
I only speak the truth,
He's lying about that.
but I'm not. I'm really not.
Who are you gonna believe, me or him?
Well,
Well, if the dog had bitten a kid, you would have probably gotten upset.
oh, if the dog would have bitten the kid, he wouldn't be laying on my sofa right now. He'd be in a hole in the ground. For real. I mean, serious. Like there's no a dog is once a dog bites a human being, they're good for nothing,
Yeah.
especially a child. That's
Yeah.
it. Like one strike, you're out with that shit. I know what that's like to be bitten. I've been bitten multiple times and attacked once now. I still have a complex. I like it's been almost a year since that happened when I got attacked last year by that
Mm-hmm.
dog. It's almost been a year, and I'm probably more freaked out about being attacked by dogs now than I am before it happened. Like I'll hear a
Wow.
dog bark when I go to get out of my car, dude, and it's like I'm
Uh-huh. And you're
sensitive,
like looking.
over vigilant, dude.
Starts pumping
Like
up.
I uncontrollably start shaking and shit. I can't do it.
Start
Like
sweating.
I can't do it, dude. I really can't do it. I had to call a couple people this week and tell them, hey, like I'm outside your house. If you want your groceries, you got to come and get them, dude. Put your dogs up. Put your fucking dogs up, or come and get your own groceries, dude. Because you got like 3 minutes to get your groceries out of my car because I got shit to do. Like I don't know what else to tell you.
Otherwise, get your dog and control your dog, knowing that I'm bringing your groceries. You know.
Especially since I went out
I
to
mean,
that.
it's rude. It's ignorant.
Especially since I went out to that one house on the reservation that was at the end of the paved road, off the dirt road, like a mile and a half back there by the bottoms. 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I was straight up out there, dude. Dogs all over the fucking place, dude. I called them on the phone. I said, I ain't getting out of my car. I ain't rolling down my window. I ain't fucking
Like
nothing.
I've heard stories about these fucking dogs out
Yeah,
there.
for real.
Happening.
Like over the last last 2 years, at
They
least
killed like
Mm-hmm.
10 people in the last 2 years.
in the last 2 years, there's been like 10 people killed on the reservation out here by packs of wild dogs.
Oh wow.
Because here on the
That's
reservation,
scary.
people take
little
take their
kids
dogs.
outside playing and
People,
stuff.
yeah, this one little kid was like 3.5, 4 years old, maybe 5 years old, and they just got home from doing some grocery shopping, and the mom took in a set of groceries and came walking back out, and the dogs killed him.
They were mauling.
They were mauling him, like 9 of them. Because people will take their dogs that they don't want and they'll go and abandon them on the reservation.
Right. I know. That's unfortunate. That happened out
Fucking it's
out where
ignorant.
we worked and stuff like that, and
Dangerous.
that people do that.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
And then then you have the people that, but then we also had people who would take people's dogs because a lot of the people in the homes, they don't have fences and stuff like that, and they don't, their dogs wander all over the place, and then they come back, and some people's dogs got taken by outsiders and stuff like that, thinking they
I
were
ain't gonna lie, I
rescuing a dog.
almost took somebody's dog the other day. I'm not even fucking lying. Dude, this dog was half as big as Noya. Dude, and he was just like one matted cluster of fucking wadded up hair, dude.
Oh,
Dude, I was so pissed off, dude. I'm looking at these people, I'm like,
Can't take care of your
I'm like,
animals,
for real?
you know?
Like, you'll be lucky if I don't come back here and I don't take your fucking dog. Like,
Give them to somebody who can
for real.
take care of them, you know?
This dog maybe weighs like 2.5 pounds and it's like 1.5 pounds of
Yeah,
fur.
that's sad.
It's all
oh
matted and not like
no.
it's nasty as fuck. Cute as hell, dog.
Yeah, that's
Dog could be as
sad.
cute as hell, dude.
That's sad.
Oh yeah. He's looking at me
But
like, you should just kill me. I'm like, I can't.
Oh, like, help me.
I'm like, I can't. Your masters are standing out here, or I would.
Right.
I mean, for real, dude.
Yeah.
I've actually thought about it like the last couple of nights. I've been thinking about just going up there in his backyard and fucking seeing if I can get him. I'm not even joking. I guarantee you come running right to me, dude.
Yeah. Well, that would make sense because that dog needs
Rescued? Yeah.
rescued.
Yeah.
That's not fair to a dog to let it just get all matted and
Oh no, absolutely not. And just a little thing, like he's fully grown. This dog's full grown, and he's like half as big as Noya.
oh, poor
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
That's really sad.
Just
No,
look at me like, please save me. Yeah.
it's 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 sad because there's people that do care about their dogs, and then there's others that they just let the dogs have more dogs and more dogs and more dogs and more
Like,
dogs, and they
like for
they
real,
don't
dude.
care.
What kind of person are you to fuck around with a like? Fucking, you get this animal that you decided you want to get and make him obedient to you just to torture him.
Yeah,
Like they can't feed themselves because you've domesticated them. They can't water themselves because they ain't got thumbs because you domesticated them. Like, and you beat them.
right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I wanted to beat up. I wanted to beat this dog over here the other day when he ate my fucking earbuds. I didn't. I wanted to. I didn't. But you know what I mean? Like for
Right.
real.
But there's a difference of wanting to do something but not doing it. It's called restraint
Yeah,
and
it's
being
called knowing
and
that's not
and
okay to do that shit.
right, right. Yeah. And the other way would have been
when you act.
not
Yep.
using any you wouldn't have used any restraint and everything, and you would have just reacted, and
That would have been that's
that's
the
what
difference between felonies and not going to jail.
and the thing is that's the thing is if we use our human instinct, we check ourselves
It's not.
rather
It's fucked
than you know just
up for you to have
beat
rules.
everybody up at the
It's
because something we just
change.
we're supposed to have self-control.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't mean you don't get upset now and then and stuff like that, but you're supposed to have some self-control where
Yeah, just like
animals.
that's just like what my wife was saying. She's like, it's just like with pedophiles.
Hmm.
You're allowed.
They got
You're
all these
you're allowed.
disgusting thoughts.
You're allowed to think whatever the fuck you want because nobody besides you hears your thinking, your
You can
thoughts.
have the most darkest.
You can have the
You know
most
what I mean?
darkest and sadistic shit you think about, but if you don't speak about it, that's what makes us different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when
Like
you act
Right.
on it,
when you act upon it, that's what makes it
that's what
illegal.
changes it.
That's what changes the whole entire ballpark.
That's
Like
right.
I can't help what other people think about me in their mind,
Yeah.
and if they don't speak it, I don't even. So you know what I mean? I'm sure there's people that have all kinds of fucked up thoughts around me all the time.
We're human.
Oh
But you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Human nature. You know what I mean? Like
I mean, I've had
when
some
you
pretty
act
fucked up
on it.
thoughts. Like I just seen this kid today. I seen this kid today. Well, he's not a kid. He's my age. And how I know that is because I knew him in high school. I beat the fucking shit out of him. And I seen his face today. I looked at Desmond. I was like, I beat the brakes off that kid when I was in high school. He's like, well, I said, beat the brakes, the handlebars, the fucking tires. I beat his ass. I wanted to hit him today just because of how it went in high school, but I didn't. Why?
Right.
When you get older, you can't really do that kind of stuff anymore.
No, it's because I
like,
realized it's because I actually now realize my sister is a bitch.
oh yeah, that's you can't be doing that kind of stuff in front of your kids either. Like it's never okay.
Well, you know what they say.
Well, I know things happen and stuff. I'm just saying.
Yeah. What's up, James?
Tell me.
I'm doing all right, I guess, for the most part. Well, not for the most part. I'm lying to y'all. I'm not doing okay. I'm really struggling, man. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. This last week and a half of work I've done, man, I've hammered myself down, dude.
It's really amazing how we hide our real emotions sometimes
Yep.
because people don't want to really always hear.
Yeah.
If we really
What's up,
started
Wanda?
saying, this is bothering me, and this went wrong, and I'm hurting over here, and I
Yeah.
have bills to pay and stuff like that. People
Like
are
the
gonna
last
go,
like the last thing I ever want to be to anybody is an inconvenience. You know what I mean?
right, Right. Me too.
because I already know how inconvenient life can be for most people. Like most of us, for most of us have got 5 million things going on at one time, and for somebody to come in and but that's what I'm just not used to that. You know, I just can't do that. Like I still want to be an inconvenience to somebody.
Yep.
Plain and simple, I don't.
Well, I know in my past and stuff like that, I've had people who, if I allowed them to, they would just
Oh fuck.
totally suck the life out of me.
Yep.
And I that's one of the things I don't want to be. I don't want to be a life sucker. I don't
Right.
go and
Yeah. Like I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that one that you turn around and snap on because you haven't because I asked you a question because you always said, oh, hey, you can. You know what I mean? But I would. I don't think I would ever do. I don't think I'd ever be able to do that to somebody.
but it does make it really hard sometimes because,
Oh, it does.
because you really want to be honest some days and say, I'm really, so at least if you can just say, even if you don't go into all of your issues and stuff like that, and you can just say,
Yeah.
I'm not really, my
But you
my
know the
my
whole thing.
cup my cup's only half full today. It's not full.
Yeah. Well, but you know what comes along with that though is that you know that it's not just going to end there.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because that's not how those conversations go. That's why you ask to somebody how they're doing if they're okay. You know, because you're expecting that conversation. If she's like, "I'm okay," "I'm not okay," you know, my cup's only half full today. You know, or whatever. Like, my daughter asked me the other day. She's like, "How are you today, Dad?" And I said, "Like, what do you mean?" She's like, "She's like, are you a cup half full or a cup half empty today?" And I said, "My cup's fucking my cup like my cup's poured out on the fucking floor." She's
I'm
like, "What do you mean?" I was like,
empty.
"Just don't worry about it." You know, I mean, fuck.
Yeah, yeah. It's
What's
it's
up, James?
really
How are
is.
you? What's up, Wanda? How are you? How are you? I keep on going to post this fucking link to come up on panel, but I forget.
Company unexpected.
My back hurts from doing too much, for doing too much in 2 days, and company unexpected.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I figured like, had somebody show up here 2 days ago. Was it 2 days ago that they showed up? Nightmare.
Uh huh.
My my buddy of mine, like he did, him and his friend just showed up here out of the blue the other day, and like I have never been that fucking pissed off at somebody. Like I don't think I've ever really had anybody just show up like that and just expect me to let him in my house
Yeah.
until like 2 days ago, and he was. I was like,
Well,
the
he's one of those that has entitlement to,
yeah, yeah.
like he
I'm
just
just like,
feels, he thinks everybody should,
bow down,
yeah,
and that's not how it works, man. I will not
acknowledge
bow
him.
down to no one.
Well, you see how he reacted when I blocked him,
Yeah,
Like, how dare you?
yeah, yeah. He wanted me to smoke a bowl of weed with him. I was like, I ain't got none, dude. Like, I got what's loaded in my fucking pipe, and that's it, dude. And I'm not smoking with everybody, dude. There's 4 of us here, dude. There's maybe 3 hits on this fucking weed pipe, dude. Like, leave me the
Yeah.
fucking alone. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I'm pissed off you brought somebody in my house in the first place with you showing up unannounced, and you bring your friend with you unannounced. That's even more fucked up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you don't bring strangers to my house.
You know what I mean? Just because I let you bring somebody over one time, it doesn't mean you got a golden ticket to bring over somebody every single time you come over to my fucking house.
Yeah,
And why
That's
are you
right.
coming over without telling me you're coming over?
yeah.
I don't go to my motherfucking mom and dad's house without telling them I'm coming over.
That's what I told somebody. I said I don't even, if I was in the neighborhood, just say I happened to be driving past my parents' house and I go, oh, I need to stop by and see him. I haven't talked to him for a while, and I would not just walk in. I would knock on the door. And here, where I'm living, it is amazing how many people just walk in,
Oh,
and they don't even. And some of the people don't even live here.
oh, fuck! I'd be fucking. Oh,
But see,
remember that
the
little girl that walked in
people,
here
the the
from
people
upstairs?
that pay the more rent, they have an open door policy, and
Well, guess
I've
what?
tr-
Well, guess what? that would be a policy I'd be changing because I live here too, and my motherfucking privacy is just as important as your guys' motherfucking privacy. So when you want to come over, like knock on the fucking door.
I told him, I said, I said, I like to know when somebody's coming, even with them. I want to know when they're going to be home and when they're not going to be home because I I want to know to expect somebody to coming in the house or I don't want to be taking a shower and thinking nobody's home and then walk out of the bathroom and there's somebody in my house
Like, like, like,
and
like for real, it'd be like, I mean, I don't even know. Like, it don't even matter to me. Like, it's not. It wouldn't even be me in any way, shape, or form trying to say that you can. Whether you like, it would be like you asking me for permission for your friends to come. That's not what that was. That's not what I'm saying. No, no, no. Like, I just want to know that somebody's fucking coming over.
mhm, yeah,
How
don't
is it? Why is that so bad? I'm not saying whether you okay telling. So you're asking for permission if your friends can come over to your fucking house that I'm living in.
How do you know if I'm home or not?
Like, you know what I mean? Like for real.
Save yourself a trip.
and I had to and they still you know they still don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Right.
and
Right.
they
Right,
haven't
Wanda.
and they haven't told everybody either. So you know and the thing is
Yeah.
we have locks, we have a code, and everybody knows the code except me because I never go anywhere, so I never memorize the code because I'm always in the house. But it's like I have woken up in the middle of the night not expecting anybody to be here, and my
Oh,
dog
dude.
started barking, and
Oh,
I go
dude.
in, there's somebody getting food out of the refrigerator, and they don't even live here.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I've woke up a couple of times in a few places like that, dude. In my time and in my past, like, and I'm telling you, what, dude. I woke up and there's been people in my bedroom, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who the? I don't care who y'all are. Get the fuck out of my house, dude. Like you just woke me up on the wrong side of my motherfucking bed today. Like, you know what I mean? Like for real. Like seriously.
I my when my niece was living, she was living with me when I was living in
Yeah.
Phoenix, and I one day I went to go tell her something, and I knocked on the door, and she said, "Come in," and I opened the door, and it was one of those day beds, but you could turn it into a full bed.
Yeah.
There were four people, her and three other people, laying on the bed, and I didn't know who the other three people were. And I looked at her and I said, uh, "No, that's not going to happen. You're not going to just bring people and have them sleeping." So one day I told her, I said, "You need to, you need to," because she was, she would come in during the day and then she'd be gone all night. And so I told her, I said, you need to come and get all your stuff out because I'm going to change the locks. And that Sunday, it was a Sunday, and I had a friend come over and they changed the locks, you know. And so I said, I said, are you done cleaning, getting your stuff? And she goes, oh no, I'll come back when you're at church tonight. And I go, how are you going to get in? Because I've already changed the locks. So she left her stuff. She was living like just around the corner with this guy. And I said, you need to come and get your stuff. I gathered it up and everything, and I first put it out on my patio. And I said, you need to come get your stuff. And then she never came and got it. So I got tired of having it on my patio. So I put it out on the street curb. And I told her, I said, your stuff's out on the curb. And,
Look, I
I said,
told you to come get it.
I told her, I said, come get it. I mean, she's only just right around the corner. and she still didn't do it. It rained, and I knew she had important papers in there because I saw them. She didn't care. I'm
How old
like,
is she?
well, at that time, that was 19 years ago.
Okay, so yeah, she still falls
That's
in
the
that
one
category.
that this is the one I'm living with now.
Oh, okay.
But that's what she was doing, drugs and stuff like that then.
Right, right. But still, like for real, like why? Because it's your shit, and I told you to come and get the shit.
And the reason I kicked her out was because she was doing drugs, and she was you know she was she was you know hanging out in my place during the day, and then just before she thought I was coming home, she'd disappear, and so I wouldn't see her. And so she did, she was trying to avoid seeing me,
Yeah.
and I was just like,
Okay, mom. So James has got a big problem. So
oh no.
let's see what's going on with him. What's up, James?
Okay.
Chati'n.
It's going. It's going. How are you?
Good, good.
What problem you got going on, bud?
Well, I have a hard time standing up for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I used to have a hard time standing up for myself too.
yeah.
But so
It's,
so so what's going on? Like, what's up, man?
well, it's with my dad, and I know how to stand up for myself.
Okay, so
It's difficult.
okay, well, I guess we're gonna try to keep this as generic as possible. So,
Right. Right.
well,
Don't use real names and
right,
and we don't need to go into detail. I mean, that's on you. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
like, whoever this person is, whoever this
yeah,
person is,
yeah,
um, you just need to approach them and say, hey, look, for real, like, regardless of who you are to me,
yeah,
it don't make you better than me.
yeah,
It don't.
yeah,
And who you are to me, I'm a full grown fucking man. I'm an adult
yeah,
man. I make my own fucking decisions. So whomever you are to me, why do you think it's okay for you to push me around? To put me in a position, I got to come to you and tell you I'm going to stand up for myself from now on. So if you do it again, I'm going to punch you in your fucking mouth.
It's the hard for me is well, I don't. It's hard for me is the person that I'm related to doesn't care how doesn't care how I feel. Doesn't I don't really matter.
Well, as long as it's not your mom, as long as it's not your mom or another
Yeah,
woman,
yeah,
fair game. Punch them,
yeah,
whoever the fuck it is. I mean, if they want to keep putting you in a position, you feel like you got to stand up for yourself over something because obviously they're putting you in a position to make you feel inferior in some kind of way
yeah,
because you can't stand up for yourself. Like, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
who are they to
yeah,
put you in that kind? Who are they to put? Who are they to do that to you? Why would? So you know what? Don't fuck with me anymore, or you're gonna get fucked with.
yeah. I mean, I don't. I mean, it kind of really pisses me off in times a lot because I'm trying my best here and and trying to rely on other people to help me out, but it doesn't help.
You
Bothers
need
me.
you are you on some kind? Are you on like some kind of government monthly assistance like SSI or something?
I'm on housing um p- position.
No.
Oh,
I'm talking
sorry.
I'm talking like financial help,
financial, like
like
disability,
disability or
SSI.
No,
or
I'm on Social Security
why
and stuff.
don't you why do you not have a um what's the word I'm looking for, babe? A personal
Advocate or something.
like a personal assistant that comes in and fucking helps you on a day-to-day basis with the shit you need help with. That
I
gets
don't
paid
know.
to do that.
I don't know. What is your mom think about it?
He's not he's not.
not a case, like a personal case manager, but it's not a case manager.
Like a life coach.
Yeah, case manager. That's
But
Yeah.
we're talking somebody like we're talking, you know what I mean? Like,
a
why
social
don't why
worker of some
like
sort.
if you're on disability, or you're on SSI, like
Somebody to help you
you
get things done that you
to
need
get
to
things done for
during
you.
through the day.
Like
Yeah.
like you could legitimately go out and live on your fucking own if you had somebody like that, dude. And they'll pay some yeah. They'll
Yeah.
pay some, there's programs out there that'll pay for that shit for you, dude.
Yeah, you're eligible
Yeah.
for that.
And then with, I mean with
I take
you know
advantage of
with
it, man.
yeah yeah
Take advantage of all that
And
stuff.
you live in California, right?
I do yeah
Okay, so I'm not trying to get too personal here with you because I don't want to do that, but
yeah.
um um are you on SSI or on disability?
I'm not on disability. I'm just on. I have social security. That's all I have.
Okay. So you get SSI then.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll do this, okay? I'll figure out like what area in California do you live in?
Northern
I live in Irvine, Orange County.
You live in Orange
Orange
County?
County.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll look some
Yeah.
shit up for you and I'll see what I can figure out for you and to see if I can get you pointed in the right direction.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
And you know and
You just got to do me a favor.
yes, sir.
You just got to start speaking up for yourself because nobody else is going to do it for you.
And I'm trying to do that, but nobody listens.
You know what? You know what? You know what? Okay. Okay.
Get it boisterous.
Now,
Get
now,
voice,
now,
like,
this is here's something about me that you probably don't know. Okay,
Well,
when
yeah,
I
I
was
don't really ask.
when I was in elementary school and junior
Yeah.
high, I
Yeah.
was picked on and bullied and pushed around, and I got my ass kicked so many times, dude. It's not even
Yeah.
fun.
Well, I mean,
Okay,
I had a teacher Amy who would keep in for recess and I didn't like her, so I wrote her a letter and she got mad.
right, but see, here's the thing. So when I hit high school, I
Yeah.
told myself I didn't stick up for myself. I cowered down to people. I haven't always been as confident as I am now. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but when I got to high school,
Yeah.
I told myself, I was like, you know what? I am sick and tired of how these insignificant assholes make me feel on a day-to-day basis. Because you got to remember, by the time I hit ninth grade, I had tried to commit suicide 3 times already.
Well, I didn't know that.
Okay, so by the time I hit ninth grade, or I got out of ninth grade, I made that decision. And when I got to school, the first day of school,
Yeah.
this kid named Tony thought it would be fun to start out the school year like he did every single year by starting to pick on me. And I looked
Mhm.
at him in his face and I said, look, you won't do that this year, period. And he said, what are you going to do about it? And I said, I'm going to stand up for myself. And I fucking smacked him in his mouth as hard as I fucking could. He kicked my ass. He kicked my ass.
Yeah.
But you know what? He knew he got
Why?
punched in his fucking mouth. And he second guessed me the next time he decided he wanted to try to pick on me. And I just kept on building on it from there. So I'm not telling you to go out and smack whoever in the mouth, like literally smack him in the mouth, but you gotta smack him in the mouth. You
Yeah.
gotta get their fucking like, look, I am done with you treating me this way, and you're not gonna do it anymore, dude.
Yeah.
You need to look yourself out. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you're gonna do that, dude. That you're gonna
Yeah.
stand up for yourself, dude. Only you can do that for you, man. Only you
Yeah.
can. We
Yeah.
can sit here and give you all the advice in the world, and
Yeah.
only you can make yourself do it, dude.
I mean,
Like,
I just
sometimes that's what it takes for them to stop.
yeah.
They need to stop.
And the reason why it hasn't stopped is because you haven't done that, and they know they can get away with it,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And eventually, like, there's nobody around in my neighborhood, and I'm not trying to sound like a badass. I'm telling you right now, there's nobody in my neighborhood that will fucking disrespect me.
Yeah.
There's not.
Yeah.
People don't do that around here, dude. And the very
Yeah.
few that do, they don't know who I am, and it's all because I stick up for who the fuck I am, dude. And I won't back down from anybody, dude.
Yeah,
For any reason whatsoever, dude.
what about your kids and your
Dude,
wife?
I can't say what I would do for my children. I can't say here on YouTube.
Right.
I would put people in holes, and I would fill them up with dirt
Yeah.
in a heartbeat.
I know.
In a heartbeat, dude. If my kids committed murder, I would tell them to keep their mouth shut, and I would take the fall for them.
Yeah.
100%. I'm
Yeah.
that parent. I don't care. Like those, I will protect my kids at every
Where's
cost.
what?
Yeah.
Your doll?
You know what I mean?
I don't
Yeah.
know what your doll
And I
is.
feel that way about all children, dude. Like for
What's your
real.
dolly look like?
Like I will fucking end people's lives
Yeah.
for
Go
that
find
shit.
it. Go look for your dolly.
Yeah.
Go find
Yeah.
your dolly.
Seriously,
Look in the
man.
bedroom.
Like, and people are like, "Oh my god, did he just say that?" Yeah, I did. And you know what's wrong with this world? The fact that you guys
That
can't believe
hurts.
somebody would say
Your
that about
fingernails
protecting their
hurt.
own children. So if you're one of those,
Down,
oh my god,
Here.
did you? Yes,
Sit
I
down.
just said that.
No.
So you're probably a bitch and not be on my channel
I'm gonna
anyway.
help you.
I mean, I don't. I want. Well, I want. I want. Does your mom agree with that too, or is this is it, I mean, I don't. It's tough for me because
I don't know. You got to ask her, James.
well,
Don't ask me. She's sitting right next to you too, bud.
well, I mean, what do you think about it?
Mom, I think she's done with some kids shit right now.
Oh, she had grandkids.
I guarantee you, she'll agree with me.
Yeah. So I mean, it's
Sorry, I had muted myself and everything while I was
Okay.
gonna go hunt for a doll.
yeah.
So James asked you a
Look in
question, Mom.
Okay, repeat the question, please.
What I mean, would you agree with what GTK said to me?
About telling the person off and saying you're not gonna put up with them being
An
Yeah.
asshole to you anymore.
rude to you and
Yeah.
mean to you and bullying you.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough because first of all, I mind my own business, and
Uh-huh.
I don't really start anything. But when I
Oh, you mean the
do,
pony? The
oh
pony?
she has you said it pointing.
Sorry, I'm looking
No.
for pony. The pony? Is that what you're looking for? The horsey? I don't know which doll she's talking about.
Oh, that's I guess
Oh,
her grandchildren.
with my nieces.
I'm sorry,
My
your nieces.
they're yeah.
Um,
You're good,
Here,
James.
she's asleep.
Oh.
Uh huh. She's
And I'm not
asleep.
like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not telling anybody to go out there and just beat up somebody. You know what I mean?
Here.
But you got to, if you want
Okay.
something to stop, you got to make
She's
that
sleeping.
person
Okay.
stop, or they're not
All
going to.
right.
yeah, I mean
There you go.
I mean for me, I wanted to say is that the one thing that I don't the one thing the one thing that I get pissed about is other people, other channels, they make fun of me. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, what I do and what I say. And I said, well, you know what? I type it very nicely. I said, if you have a problem with me, you say it to my face or be quiet. And they keep on talking.
Are people making fun of you? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, and also people my I'm dealing with somebody in my family who's trying to push me to to live to not have help in my life to help me out.
Uh-huh.
And it's hard because I need help with a lot of stuff in my life to go to appointments
To get
in
rides and
yeah.
Yeah, I'll find. I'll figure some out. I'll figure some shit out for you.
yeah, because
Yeah,
there's got to be some, because I know that there are sometimes there's programs depending on if you have Medicaid
yeah,
for insurance.
yeah,
Um, that sometimes will, depending on the person, that sometimes provides some transportation. But I don't really know exactly Orange County, but G2K will definitely
Yeah,
check
I will.
in to see, because there's got
yeah,
to be,
There
um,
is. I guarantee there is.
yeah,
yeah,
Because you're not the only one like you. You know what I mean, James?
yeah,
and that we all have different abilities and
yeah,
stuff like that, but that doesn't, and we all look different. We
yeah,
don't always all look the same and stuff like that, but that does not make us lesser than anybody.
Hmm.
yeah,
And there are really mean people out there. They're
Hmm.
very mean people, and they like to find what they think is a weaker person to pick on, and it makes them feel good because they actually have a bad self-esteem in themselves, and so they
They
look
actually have a self
for,
esteem that's lower than anybody else's.
right, and so they what they do is they look for somebody that has, um you know
A
somebody that
weakness.
wears a
A
weakness. Like
weakness.
I wore glasses and everything. So I had kids who
yeah,
teased me about, having four eyes because I wore glasses, you know. And then I had other people because my when I was a kid, I had my jaw went in a little bit more. It was less. It was not as pronounced as it is now because with braces it helped pull the jaw out a bit. But if you look at a lot of English people, have you ever
Yeah.
noticed
Yep.
they don't have their chin doesn't stick out as much and everything. So um, they don't have that pronounced chin.
Yep.
And so I have some English heritage and stuff like
yeah,
that. I have Irish heritage,
yeah,
so I have, and I sunburn and I freckle. I hated my freckles when I was a kid.
yeah,
You know, I used to wish I used to wish that I could just freckle into one big giant freckle and look like I had a tan because all I did was
yeah,
freckle and burn and peel.
yeah,
That's all I did. So I ended
Yep.
up, so eventually I started wearing long sleeve shirts in the summertime just
yeah,
because I didn't want, you know, and people liked it. They like to tease us. They like to grab your name. Sometimes you have a name and so they'll make fun of your name and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
That they look for things. There's people out there that they because they've been hurt and they want to hurt other people or animals. That's what the people do.
yeah,
Sometimes they've been so hurt, they hurt animals, they hurt people, and stuff
They
like
find
that.
something that's lesser than them and
Yeah,
inferior to them and exploit them.
and it makes them feel like they're cool and
yeah,
hot, big stuff and everything, and it gives them a bigger ego and stuff like
yeah,
that. And so they do that. What we when we are a nice person and we don't like to rock the boat and we like to be kind to people and stuff like that,
Yep.
we have to be careful to not get walked on.
Yep.
And
It's easy
we
to
have,
do.
yeah, and we have to say, hey, wait a minute, that's unacceptable. I do not accept it, you know,
Yep.
and it will not be allowed, and if you do it
Yeah.
again, you know, and since you're not in school, where you can tell somebody or something like that, you've
Yeah.
got to stand up and everything. But, it's like, this is not going to happen. And
Yeah.
if you don't stop, and the thing is you can record them when they're being rude to you.
Yep.
You know, you can use your camera on your phone and record them being rude to you
Yep.
and document the stuff. You can also, if they start coming around where you're at, you can start looking at, are they coming into, like, are they stalking you?
Yeah.
And so you can report a stalk, somebody stalking you and stuff. So it's really, and then and you have family who's wanting to help you. Sometimes they when we ask for help, they don't understand. You don't mean you want them to do everything for you.
Right.
There's just certain things, and then that's where you have to be more specific with them. I need a ride, but I don't need a place to live. I have a place to live, but I do need rides to get to my doctor's appointments. Would you
And there's
be
people
able
out
to?
there's people out there that can do that for you, man.
But there are people out there,
Yep.
My
you
case,
know.
like I had a case manager through my counseling service. Like I had a case manager who eventually became my counselor, who is now my current counselor. Like he would take me to my appointments. She would make my appointment. I have the hardest time with scheduling my own appointments and shit. So, um, she did it for me,
Yep.
and she'd
Yep.
take me to my. I didn't have a car. I didn't drive. You know what I mean? And
Yep. Yep.
twice a week, twice a week. I mean, like for my dad, we're trying to work on getting my dad someone right now to help coming in because my mom's getting too old now where she can't even get my dad up out of the bed herself and to the bathroom and you know what I mean. So
Yep.
and my dad
So
refuses to
you
let any one of us kids help him. So like fine, well I guess we'll just have to get you a personal assistant to come in and fucking help you take a shower. I don't know what else to say, man. Like
right, right.
there's people out there
Yep.
that do that for a living, so why not utilize them?
Right.
You know.
Yep.
Some of these places around here, like they these nurses will stay with these clients for like 12 hours at a time, dude.
Right.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
so I'm sure we can figure out
And
something.
and some people, and some of them, the state actually will pay for that
Yeah,
person
yeah,
so that it's not coming out, out of your income.
Yep.
It's paid out of your, you know,
Yep.
and 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 it's like, I'll tell people, yes, you need to work. Yes, you need to do things,
Yep.
but we have food stamps, and
Yep.
there are times when people have to rely on food stamps. And I
look,
have known people.
I'm just saying this right here. Look, there are government programs out there to be used
Mhm,
because that's why we have
pay
put them in
taxes.
place.
We
That's
pay
why we
taxes.
pay taxes. It's so so. If there's a program out there, did you know that like 85% of the people in the United States could qualify for food stamps?
Yep.
But they won't go for it because they're ashamed, or they're too proud.
Did you know that? Do you know that 75% of American citizens would qualify to have help with their rent every month being paid, whether disabled or not? Like, if you don't make a certain amount of money, and that amount of money is actually pretty fucking grotesque, like for real.
Yeah.
If my wife and I make more than like $48,000 a year, then we don't get help with our housing. 48,000. That's a lot of money.
It is.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And that's just for like my wife and I, and that's not counting my kids. You know what I mean? So if there's four of us, it's more like, you know what I mean? The level
Yeah.
just goes up. If you make less than that, has nothing to do with your fucking. Has nothing to do with what type of person you are.
No, it
Like
doesn't.
if there's these programs out there to be used, it's stupid not to utilize them, because
Right.
then that money just sits there for nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
For nothing.
It does. It does. And then what happens is the government then goes, well, wait, we gave you all this money and you only utilize such and such amount, so we're going to give you less money next year. And then let's say people step up and say, hey, and all of a sudden they don't have enough money to cover
Yeah.
for people.
Yeah.
And that's what happens sometimes. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
they because the government sometimes they'll go, well, we're going to cut over in this program and we're going to take that money and utilize it over here because we think there's more need over here because we've been giving this program money and they're not utilizing it.
Right.
So it's and it doesn't and the thing is the government doesn't say, oh, okay, you have this money and
Yeah.
then they can accrue interest. They don't
Right.
do that. It doesn't accrue interest. It
It
just
just
sits
sits there.
there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like right now, I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to find the fucking pro. And I will. I'm sure at some point in time I'll figure it out. But I'm trying to figure out a way to help get my motherfucking teeth paid for, dude.
Yeah.
Because you
You
need
know,
them to eat.
like I don't have them because I don't have them. Like I
Right.
almost died because of it. So it's not like
Yeah.
I was a crackhead and smoked my fucking teeth and threw a pipe, because I didn't. I almost
Yeah.
died because a fucking dentist fucked my life up.
Yeah.
And I said, just take them all out then, because that's what happens.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's been almost 5 years. It's been almost 5 years. It's been almost 6 years now that since I've ate an apple, dude. An apple. You know what I
Yeah.
would do to eat an apple, dude? Oh
What?
my god, dude.
And eating an apple is totally different than eating applesauce.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. A bag of potato chips, some nuts. Oh, some cashews. Oh my god,
Mm,
some smoked almonds. Oh my god, dude. I would suck somebody's big toe, dude.
Yeah.
yep.
For real, dude. Like a bowl of crunchy cereal, dude. A carrot, a
Yeah.
salad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are programs out there. It's just finding them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Eh,
these last 2 years, I found a program. I found a program that's pretty much in every single state. Um, and like I was awarded over $7,200 in grant money for my kids to get new electronics, dude, because they were in school. Plain and simple. Like in order for me to not qualify to get the grant, like I had to make something like $98,000 a year, and then even if I made that much money, I would have got like $4,500 worth of money that I got to pick and choose all this electrical equipment for my kids and shit. there's money there for it. Why not use it? Why should I? I say it makes me a lesser of a person. It makes me of a lower social status because I figured out a way to give somebody else to pay for my shit through a program that's
No,
there. So it's because from a program that's there designed for people to pay for your shit. Like that's why it's there.
Yeah.
It
that's
just
right.
sits there. Who the fuck is it benefiting? Nobody. So we, the taxpayers, because I pay taxes, trust and believe that shit. Because we taxpayers paid for it to be there, so
Yeah.
we might as well fucking use it.
Yeah.
Over $7,200 worth of fucking laptops, all kind, everything they needed for school, dude.
Mm.
I'm talking $1,000 laptops, dude.
Yeah. I have something to say. Huh?
Huh?
Okay.
I have
Okay.
something to say. I
Okay,
don't
say it,
want
man.
to. Well,
Go ahead.
it. I mean, I don't like these people who. I mean, I don't. I need help to get around.
Yeah,
And
no, they have people. That's what I'm telling you, James. They have people that will basically come live with you, dude.
yeah,
If you need help taking a shower, they got. They will help you take care of you for your for. They'll help you, bro,
yeah.
and happily help you, dude.
I know. And I appreciate, man. Your opinion matters.
But yeah, I will definitely look into that for you, bud. I'm not even
Yep,
joking.
yep. And I want to just point out something really quick. I don't want to make it a personal thing. Um, this I want to talk about it. I don't think you want to hear it, but this female teacher. Well, I don't want to talk about it because I don't think you'd be disgusted by it. This this teacher and his girl had a I don't know it's relations, but when she was 18, she took her to court and she shared what's on her mind, and it was pretty disgusting to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I
And
mean
again, when it comes to sexual abuse, it don't matter who. It doesn't matter. It's all grotesque. It's all horrible.
yeah, and then she said that I sent it to your web. I send you pictures. I I I I sent you pictures. I did what you wanted, and when she was 18, she took her to court and she got 3 years in prison. 3 years in prison for what
That's
she
it.
did with three
That's
years.
it.
Yeah,
Seems like the story of it. It seems like that's how it happens all the time, dude.
yeah. I mean that this is what I like to Sean because we can discuss things
Yeah,
and
we got to, or because if we don't, it's going to be completely fucked. I mean, we're almost to that. We're
You
almost,
go get her.
huh?
You go get her. She didn't come out. I went and knocked on the door. The door's closed. All the lights are off. Like, and I can't call her.
All right, I'll call her.
So
Hang on, I gotta call my daughter.
this is me on.
oh
Okay. But that does happen, James, where,
yeah.
a
I mean
student,
yeah. I was gonna say is that she was when she was 18. Mom is that
eh,
when I don't when she's 18 she took her to court. I mean, what's your take on that?
what was the,
What's your take on it? What's your opinion on it?
well, if it was happening before they were 18, most states, now not all states, but sometimes some states are, you're not. considered an adult until you're 18 or not legal.
Yeah.
So some there are some states where they're younger, you know.
Yeah. I
And
mean, I don't. I yeah. I don't think you go. I mean, I don't know, but I hope that your family. You know, I mean, I don't know about your family, but I don't. I don't want your. I mean, I don't want anybody else's children go through that. I mean,
right,
that's just me. But I don't know anybody's kids and out there. I don't go around telling them what to do.
right.
And with your kids, I don't know your kids. I don't know your nieces. I don't know anybody. And that's up to you or whoever is their parents to talking about it. But I don't get involved in that. So
Right.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Uh-huh.
And 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 to me, but like what you said, it's not. It's about it's mostly about um it's mostly about if their children are going through something. I think their parents should be like aware of it.
Right.
And I mean I don't know if other parents go through that. I mean I don't really go out there and say, hey, do you have you talk to your children about these things going on in the world? I don't really do that.
Mm,
So
a lot of times, well, it depends on like with my job that I
yeah,
had.
yeah.
I did talk to parents about certain things to talk to their children about.
Oh,
But that was
I didn't know that.
yeah. And so those but I also, those are things that I did, and I worked with I worked with parents with young children.
Right.
So it wasn't like they were teenagers, but sometimes the parents would have some teenagers and then they would open up
Yeah.
and say something. And then, because I was already there and they opened up about their teenager, I could give them some direction, to what they could do in the community or where they could get some help and stuff.
Yeah.
So it depends. And
Did it work?
for some of the parents, yes, sometimes, and some parents, when I gave them advice, they didn't take it, and it's
Right.
okay.
Right.
I can't. I. It was my job to train parents for a while. I,
Right.
you
Right.
know,
Right.
and it was, and I can't. But just like a student, when a teacher's in school and the student doesn't want to learn, there's a difference between a student that's struggling to learn and
Yeah.
wants to learn and a
Yeah.
student that does not want to learn.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Right. There's a difference. There's students that want
Hey,
to
I don't mean to
learn,
cut you guys. Yeah, I don't mean to cut you guys off, but
okay.
I gotta go. I gotta go real
Okay.
quick. I'll just keep this.
Okay.
I'll keep this going. I don't care. I'll just leave it up. You guys can sit here and talk or whatever. But I gotta go see. I don't know. My daughter's not answering the phone. Her boyfriend's not answering the phone. My wife just came back. She said the house is totally black.
Go
It's
ahead.
all no lights on and shit. But I'll be back.
Okay. No
Hopefully.
problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
But
so yeah.
when a student doesn't want to learn, you can't make
Yeah.
them learn.
Right.
But sometimes if you're a teacher and you have the ability and you have the time, because I also know that
Yeah.
teachers are under a lot of
Stress.
stress of this has to happen on this particular day. All the students
Yeah.
are supposed to be at this level. And but some teachers will go out of their way to find out why is that student not wanting to learn.
Right.
And sometimes it's something that's happened in their past.
Yeah.
And but and so some teachers will know how to go and get some help for that student
Yeah.
or
I
give
mean,
direction.
I wanted to say is that I follow Colorado Pet Patrol this guy I'm not I don't really even met in my whole life, but he goes out there, he goes catches predators, and this is my opinion is that he's always telling them that they're not law enforcement, and I'm thinking you're telling them what to do, and calling somebody about it and trying to get help with it, and I'm thinking if it is it, but does let everybody know, and the police come, and he said and he gave evidence. He said, well, this gentleman was meeting a 6-year-old who was a minor, and he sent graphic pictures. He asked him what that was on. I'm thinking there's no really child involved in this, and why are you giving them a case number, and it doesn't even matter. And I'm thinking, okay, so you got a case number, so what? How's it going to help? I mean, I mean, I'm not keep talking about it, but it's just like okay, and they caught they caught he caught this guy 3 times, and 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 he had two 3 cases on him, and they won't arrest him. And I'm thinking if there was a child involved here, they probably would arrest him, and is not. So
Unfortunately, and sometimes in like CPS stuff, where they have cases on child abuse or
yeah,
somebody's reported,
yeah,
there are times where there are people who slip through the cracks. But then there's sometimes they're they're really sometimes they are really trying to
yeah,
get some solid um, evidence.
yeah,
It's the same thing. Like when G2K is doing FBI Fridays.
yeah,
How he talks about. He'll tell about how that it goes to court, and
yeah,
the FBI, and the different people have gathered up this information,
yeah,
and yet they take it to court,
yeah,
and then the guy gets probation, for
yeah,
a
yeah,
year.
yeah,
And we think, as we're listening to, G2K reading those things, we're thinking a year of probation
yeah,
for what they did. No, they
yeah,
should get jail. And sometimes
yeah,
we think they should get jail for life. And and the court system says there's not enough evidence, you
yeah,
know. And
yeah,
and the thing is
yeah,
they it's really sad that, especially when you're dealing with little kids, because
right,
let's say, 4-year-old Johnny does say something to his mom and dad about
yeah,
something
yeah,
happening to him and stuff like that, and then they call the police and they
right,
make a report
right,
and stuff like that, and the police go and you know they arrest the guy for something and stuff like that, and then it goes to court.
yeah,
But you know then it was based on a 4-year-old
yeah,
telling them something
yeah,
that most 4-year-olds aren't going to say, know that,
yeah,
have that knowledge to be able to
right,
say something like that. Yet the judge can say, well, that's just a 4-year-old telling. How do I, we don't have any proof. We don't have any semen. We don't have any pictures. We just have
right,
a 4-year-old telling us. We don't have any,
yeah,
bruises. We don't
yeah,
have,
yeah,
those kind of things. And so the judge says, you know, oh well, you get 60 days doing, you know,
yeah. I mean,
having to do community
yeah.
service or something like that,
And
and
I think,
and
yeah.
stay away
I
from
mean,
kids.
I wanted to say is that they caught this. I told this to GTK before, and he said they caught this guy in Texas. He keep blowing him on teen sites, and I'm thinking, came ask the same question: why are you going to teen sites if they're teens? And I'm thinking you can ask these same questions over again, and what's answer going to be differently, or is he gonna be like the same? It's just weird, and they arrested him, and he's on bond for like a lot of money, but it's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know because the cops come and said, hey, you have a link? Yeah, they sent him a link, but there's no real child involved in this, and I'm thinking, what's your child at? There's nobody here. Except you and a camera.
Right.
And I'm thinking, so if there's no child involved in here, why you talking to the guy?
And that's sometimes you know, let's say I'm walking down the street
Yeah,
and some guy starts trying to say, "Hey, can I have can I do you got $1 I can have?" And I go, "No." And they
right,
go, "How about 50 cents?" And I go, "No." You know, and
right, right,
and or they see me coming out of the grocery store, and so they just assume I have money because I went
right,
came out of a
right,
grocery
right,
store.
right.
And and then they're like, "Well, how'd you buy the groceries?" And stuff like that. And it's like none of your business. It really isn't. I could
Yeah,
have paid
yeah,
cash. I
yeah,
could have used a credit card. I could have used
right,
my debit card. It's none of their business. I actually don't even have to answer them. I could just walk right by. And,
yeah, yeah,
they
yeah,
might get mad at me and call me a bunch of names,
yeah,
but I don't have to respond to them. I can just keep on going,
right,
and I don't
right,
have to respond. Now, sometimes I do because
right, right.
I'm not thinking, but,
I don't mean, and I'm gonna cut you off, but
no.
what would a parent do in that situation if a child got involved with it, if the teacher tried to do something to them? What a
Well,
child,
if I knew that my child was involved with a teacher,
yeah,
um, I would report. Number one, I would put my foot down that the child's not going to be near that teacher. I would go to the principal, and I would go to the school board, and I would go to the police
right,
and say, look, um, this teacher is doing inappropriate stuff with
yeah.
my child, and you know, and
What,
I
what,
would. And sometimes some school districts, what they would do is they would just fire the person, and they would disappear into another school district. Because they can, if they move and everything, and I don't know where they're going, where they went, nobody has a forwarding address and everything, the case can get dropped because there's
right,
nobody able to go after the person. um,
right, right.
that can happen. But I
What,
would I would I would do everything I could to protect my child if I knew there was a
what,
teacher.
what um, would GCK did the same thing to his kids? with his kids, or he said something different?
He would, if one of G2K's kids got involved with a teacher, he, G2K would go off.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, but I
yeah,
also know that he would go off on, about
yeah.
it, but he would definitely still go to the principal, to the school board, to the police and
Right,
everything.
right.
He would want to knock the teacher's head off.
I mean, yeah,
That's what he would want to do. But he also knows that if he did that, he could go to jail. So he's not going to do something where he's going to risk himself not being able to be there to provide for his family.
yeah.
So he's going,
I do. Yeah, I do understand that, but
but he would go, but he would not, he would, he would
yeah,
cuss him out and everything. You know,
yeah. I mean,
he's.
it's yeah, you know. So it,
I might not cuss somebody out, but I would be reporting.
what,
And
yeah. I mean, it's so I seen so many people go through this stuff, but it's so different than before.
right.
And and now, you know, now with teacher K reading these FBI things that are going on,
Uh-huh.
I truly think that they should get probation. They should put in prison.
Right. Definitely. I agree
Yeah,
with you.
yeah. And so I mean I don't go looking for these people, but I seen later this mom talking about it and say, hey, you ruined my daughter's life. She has nightmares about what you did to her,
Right.
and that she was texting her daughter, and her daughter would have nightmares the rest of her life. I don't know how it's gonna be only kissing a man. I don't know.
And that's the thing is
You know,
it's easy for people to be intimidated
right?
because like I said, not all of us are, some of us are more on the gentle, kind side. We don't try to cause problems. We try to be nice to everybody, you know,
We agree.
and
Right,
Good night.
we
right.
we
Yeah.
we think that if we're nice to somebody, they're going to be nice to us. Well,
Well,
not the case.
what I mean with 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 I'm putting it out is just that to me when DK said to me he said if he said if it's it, the one thing they all say is a everybody says this, even Kesha said it. They said it's an attempt to lure a child, and they go over the laws, and I'm thinking you don't these characters don't go to law school or or to learn the laws, and I don't understand like. How could characters stress people online? I don't know. I don't understand that. How is it their business to find out the criminal record?
So okay, repeat that last little bit again towards me.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I don't because um, I'm thinking. I'm saying that that I'm thinking that I mean, well, I'm sorry. I'm kind of trying to thought here. I said, I said, I said, I said, how is it, um, what did I say? How is it, I mean, they know, they go over the laws, and how is it their business to search people criminal records on the computer and find information about them and ask about what they did wrong. And I don't understand how is it taking the law in own hands to find out what people did in the past.
Okay, okay. Let me see if I can, if I'm getting understanding. Like when the FBI use their
No, I mean
decoys
no
and they go
when
on the website.
no when predator catchers they go online and they find information on these predators.
Uh
I don't
huh.
understand. I don't understand. Like, how is it? How is it their how how is it their responsibility to do that and taking the law in their own hands?
Okay,
Well,
here.
yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah,
If I'm following you right, James, and I'm
yeah,
not trying to single you out, and I'm not trying to be rude and ignorant, but I've explained to you before what my personal feeling was about this and why it's illegal and why the FBI and shit gets involved, because this is a crime that your intent to do something
yeah.
should
I'm
be illegal.
sorry. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
period. It doesn't
yeah.
matter who you are. It makes me almost kind of question why you keep asking about it. You know what I mean? Like, what's
Oh,
really going on? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
right,
I hate to think that, but that's the red flag that it throws up to me, James. You know what I
right.
mean?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't say that. My bad. Right.
I'm just saying I'm not trying to hurt your feelings or any of that shit because I'm not that type of person. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Because I've had other people come to me and ask me about you too. You know what I mean? Like for
Who
real. It does. Just other people have questioned. You know, like I'm not trying. Like I said, I'm not trying to be mean, but like for real. I mean, I don't think you're that way, but it makes me just I don't know, dude. You know what I
Why
mean?
you don't talk
Like
about other things
you
that
don't
you
talk
know?
about anything else besides about this one topic, dude. And I'm not trying to bag on you or anything, dude. I'm really not, dude. But I got to ask. You know what I mean?
who had come to you?
It, it,
That's irrelevant.
it really doesn't matter, James. Like I
Uh,
mean, they just I mean, I trust you. I think I'm a pretty good judge of character, you know. But it makes me think some things. You know what I mean? Like we've been over this. Every time you come, we've been over this, dude. Like this is why they get involved because this kind of crime is fucking wrong. Even making computer generated images of fake people that have never existed depicting children being put in sexual positions is wrong.
right,
If
right,
you're trying to solicit a child to have sex with you, you're fucked up. You're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
right,
makes these people get involved, is
Mm-hmm.
because it's fucked up and it's wrong.
And they want to do something better.
right, right.
That's the end of it. Like that's the end. That's why, because it's fucked up and it's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, what should we talk about? Other stuff?
I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
This is like Thursday nights are not the night for this topic in the first place.
right,
Like we're supposed to be
right.
talking about anything but this topic on
I mean,
Thursday night.
yeah. I'm sorry.
You know, I'm not
Yeah,
trying to, like I said, I'm not trying to be rude. You know, I love you, dude, but
yeah,
for real, bro.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not, you know,
It's
dude.
been a long day.
It's been long. It's been a long week and a half for me, and
Right, right,
and I don't know.
right.
Maybe I'm out of line. If you think I'm out of line, just tell me
No,
I'm out.
no. I mean, I don't know. I didn't know that other people have been talking about it.
Well, it was a while ago anyway, and it's not even yeah. But I'm like
Right.
no, you know what I
Yeah. I
mean.
mean, I yeah. I talked about.
I question everybody to begin with, James.
What do you?
Like before I let people in, I question people before I let them in my life. Dude. I
Right.
know what happens when you don't question
You have
people.
to just doing it, you know?
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And
Right.
it doesn't change the way I think about you. It doesn't change the way I feel about you, bro. You're still my homie. You know what I mean? You're still my bud. And
Yeah.
go Cobra Kai. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm just
yeah.
saying.
I should talk about other stuff that go on in the world.
Yeah, you gotta, and you gotta remember, dude. Like I put myself into this topic 6 days a week, basically, dude.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Yeah.
this is supposed to be my break from that because that's what some people have told me I need to do, dude, and I agree with them. I
Yeah,
do
because
because
you have to have a break. It's a heavy topic.
I
It
mean
Very
it
is.
heavy
is,
Yeah. It
topic.
is. Yeah. Yeah. It is. Yeah.
and it was hard. It was hard for me. It was hard for me to dedicate Thursday nights to doing something that wasn't about this in the first place.
Right. Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Yeah.
it
Right.
took a while to convince me to do it. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah. Right.
like
Right.
this
Right.
is not the
Right.
night for it. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Right. Right. Did you find your daughter?
Yeah, we got her. She just fell asleep.
Oh.
Like I just, it just, and like I told her, I was like, like your mom comes home. She tells me fucking all the lights are off. It's dark there. The screen door is locked. The car's in the driveway, and nobody's answering the phone or the door. And my mind instantly goes, "Where the fuck's my daughter?"
Oh yeah.
Right. Right.
Like I grabbed the end of the pool cue. You know what I mean, with the big old black fucking 8 ball on the bottom of it. You know, like for real. I'm like, I'm gonna start using this as a cane. You know what I mean? Hint, hint.
Right.
Like for real.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Like I
Right.
was ready. Like I already dug a hole.
Right.
So like you asked me earlier what I do, that's what I would do for my kids. And I'm not even joking. Like you know what I mean? For real.
Right. 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 Yeah. I think. I mean, you do a great job with your job and your family.
Trying to understand.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah.
There's no lengths that I would go to for my family. None. I wouldn't go to.
I mean
As long
that's
as it doesn't include hurting the children. Any children.
well.
You know what I
You
mean?
should. Yeah.
Like I would never do that.
You say something.
So,
You just follow your instincts on football or
yeah. Like
yeah.
I just know who I am and I know how fucked up people are in this world. I know what
Right.
people are capable of and
Right. Right.
and and that's it.
Yeah.
I've
I mean
lived
that's
it.
true.
Like
Yeah.
my wife just said herself, like I've lived it.
If you've never lived it, you wouldn't understand it. Like
And like yeah, and if you haven't gone if you haven't seen
experience.
if you haven't seen how the true darkness that's in this fucking world, first of all, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have no idea. Like
Yeah. And
I know
I
what kind of
do.
evil exists in this fucking world, and it's a cold, cruel, fucking disgusting, fucked up world out there, man.
Yeah, it is. And I'm trying to just be positive and don't repeat myself all the time. And I do I do talk about other things going on in my life, and trying to move forward. You know what I'm saying?
What's that? Sorry.
I I said I'm trying to move forward in my life.
Okay, so
Right.
check this out. So check this out. Maybe try this because this is like what I started doing with my life, and my personal decisions. Like, I got sick and tired of being that person that just kept trying. You know what
Right,
I mean? Like,
right,
so I made the decision to
Go
quit
with the flow.
trying
Just go
and
with the
just
flow.
did
right.
it. I just did it. If you want your life to go different, I had a discussion with my son earlier today, and I'm like, my son said made some kind of comment like, if I was president, I'd make sure everybody lived in mansions, and I said I don't want a mansion.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And
yeah. I mean,
and
I don't
and
mean I
and
don't.
like and he's like, well, okay. And I was telling him, I was like, if I wanted a mansion, I would go out and get me a mansion. He's like, you won't never own a mansion. I said, why not? If I want a mansion, I can go get me a mansion. I just have to do
Yeah,
what I'm doing times 10 times more.
yeah.
So
I do.
anything we want, just quit trying. You know what I mean? Like my mom told
Yeah,
me this a while ago. She's like, "Are you tired of giving up? Then quit trying. Quit starting over. Just
yeah.
do it. Just do it."
And and for me, I know a lot from you tonight, and I should be talking about other stuff, and mostly this is the fact that I should learn how to stick up for myself,
Yeah, you do.
but and it
Quit being a
doesn't really,
pushover. Quit being a fucking pussy.
yeah,
And I mean that with all respect, James.
yeah,
I looked at myself I looked at myself when I was fucking when I got into ninth grade or 10th grade, dude. I'm telling you, I
yeah.
looked at myself and told myself, quit being a pussy. Stand
I
up for
mean, I
yourself.
know,
You're worth standing up. You're worth standing up for.
Yeah,
yeah.
you are.
It really pisses me off because I have people in my family always put me down and tell me how I should look and talk and make decisions.
Well, yeah, like
And I do make decisions.
the worst thing a human being can do to themselves is to allow somebody else to dictate the kind of mood they're in.
What kind of what if so? May I ask you a question? If somebody on your job makes you mad, would you say something?
Look, anybody can try to anybody. The only reason why you get mad is because you decided to get mad.
It was your choice.
I could have somebody
Yeah.
look me up. I could have somebody look me in the face and say, "Kiss my ass, you fucking little punk ass bitch," and I'd be like, "Have a good day." Or
You
I
see?
could,
We
Yeah.
have to have control over
or I could get
will.
mad. I could get
Yeah.
mad
Hmm.
and make that
Right.
choice to get mad, and I would get mad. I'm just saying I would,
Yeah.
but that's giving them the ultimate power over you. Never let anybody else dictate how you feel. Once you let
Right.
somebody dictate how you feel, you have now became their bitch.
Like you've lost control.
You have lost all your power. You
Became
you
powerless.
you became powerless. You became powerless over them, dude. For real, they got you by the balls, dude.
Yep.
Never let because you let somebody dictate how you feel. You're letting them tell you what to do. Period. Hands down.
I
The
mean,
whole entire existence.
I'm trying to. I talked about it tonight that
Yeah.
someone's gonna help me with something in it. Somebody sent me today, and I'll have someone help me with it. But somebody else gonna help me with it.
But
Yeah.
I get what I get what you're saying. But you know what? Maybe that's what you need help with, James. Maybe you need help doing it yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe you need that's you know what I mean? Like I said earlier, nobody
Yeah.
can stick up for you. Nobody can stick up for you like you can stick up. Only you can do
You
that,
gotta
dude.
do footwork too.
And the most scary part is to me is that I do watch your talks with other people, what they're going through, and then listen what they say, and I feel sorry for them, what they're
Well, see,
going through.
but see, that's the thing with advice. Sometimes when we give advice, it's not for everybody in the room.
Right,
It could be meant for everybody in the room, but that doesn't mean that it
Not if it
is.
resonates with you. It's not always gonna resonate.
Like I've not always given people the best advice, but when I gave them that advice, it was the best advice I could give them at the time.
right.
I've gave some people that when I gave them the advice, I thought I was giving them the best advice in the world, and 6 months later, I'm like, holy fuck, that was the dumbest shit you ever told anybody.
Are you what about John, your friend John?
What about John?
You give him advice all the time?
No, I wouldn't say all the time.
Oh,
Give some
okay.
advice. Okay.
He's been more forthgiving with the advice towards me than the other way around. I would think, but he'd probably sit here and
Right,
tell you. He'd probably sit here and tell you the exact opposite.
right,
Yeah,
right.
knowing him.
Yeah, and be honest with you, BTK, is that I do follow I do follow people's advice on how to do things, and I do so for myself. But it's sometimes so,
That's
so,
cool, but that's what I'm saying. Though maybe it's time for James Chapman to
yeah,
follow James Chapman's advice.
right, yeah,
I
and I
mean,
know,
to me it sounds like you've pretty much tried to do everything everybody else has told you how to do it. Maybe you should try doing it how you should tell yourself how to do it.
yeah, and so I mean, So I guess I guess I guess I do. Yeah,
I don't. You know what I mean? I'm not saying. I mean, I'm just like
yeah,
because I don't really know all that much about you. You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah,
we've talked on here quite a few times and shit and whatever. But like
yeah.
personally, I don't know anything about you, really.
I mean, it's and it's funny too. You know, you got stuff going in life, and with your dad, and
We all got shit going on in our lives, and that's the whole thing about being able to do what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like
right,
like I do this because I love you guys, man. Like you guys are important to me, man, and I can
yeah,
sacrifice that time with my families, and my families are understandable about that because they can see the passion I have for doing this. They can see how
right,
much I love doing this. You know what I
right,
mean?
right,
So like I had to start doing things for me, bro.
right,
Right.
right,
You know, and the best advice anybody can follow is your own advice. I don't know, and I don't know why it's so difficult for human beings to follow their own fucking advice, but we don't. But we should. We should
right,
probably not follow anybody else's advices but our own.
right,
But it's
I
easy
mean,
for
in the
us
grand
to,
scheme of things,
give it out and not do it.
yeah. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, that'd probably be the best decision all of us can ever make for ourselves is to quit following
right,
everybody else's advice and fucking follow our own fucking advice.
right.
I
Because
mean,
if we're able to give
if you
advice
don't
to
like the
other
car,
people,
what's that, mom?
I said if we're able to give advice to other people, then we need to have the confidence to take our own advice.
For real. If we don't, it almost makes us be a hypocrite, doesn't it?
Almost, yep.
I mean, but then again, that's human beings for you. That's human beings.
That's
That's
right.
human nature. Like I don't
Right.
understand it. Like
Yeah.
I really don't understand it. Like dogs. Dogs take their own advice.
Right,
That's right.
They don't take anybody else's advice. You know why? Because they don't comprehend it. A dog does what a
Nope.
dog's gonna do, just like any other animal. That's they don't they take their looks like they do pretty fucking good. Look, they got us feeding them, bathing them, washing them, feeding, fucking playing games.
Yep.
Sounds like to me
That's
they got
right.
shit figured out pretty damn good.
I
Just saying.
know. Nobody's doing that for us.
I'll just sit there and whine and whine and whine.
Yeah,
I guess we need
I
to go
mean for
up
real.
there and take our hand and paw at somebody, and then
Yeah,
oh okay, and we'll start patting
yep,
them. They'll
yep,
pet us.
yep. All I gotta do is just keep walking in front of them, walking in front of them, and they'll get up and let me outside so I can go pee.
Or when they
yeah,
get up, sit in their chair or lay where they were laying.
Yeah.
Take the blanket away from
I
them.
was just keeping your spot warm. You're like, no, you weren't, little son of a bitch. Get out of my fucking seat.
Hmm. Or as soon as you're eating, they're
Oh
right
God.
there,
Yeah.
and
But
you're
you know
like,
what though? I don't even give a fuck anymore. I don't. Like I'll sit there. They can stare at me all they want because I'm just like I know they're not getting a bite of this shit.
yep.
I will eat every fucking bite and I'll lick the plate right in front of you just to rub it in your face.
right,
Do eat dog
right,
food.
right,
I
right,
know. I'm like, nope. I don't feel sorry for you at all. But
right,
I watch other people around my dog. They're feeding
mhm,
them, and I'm like, no, I'm not saying nothing. I wouldn't be doing that, but
right,
Except for some of my cereal milk. Noya always gets part of my cereal milk. He gives me these such sad puppy dog eyes. He's just like, "Oh, Grandpa, I want this cereal
Mm-hmm.
milk so bad." And he loves like he's
They
the
come
only
out from under the blanket,
like
waiting
yeah,
for it.
like he'll wait for me. He'll be like be cuddled up with my wife all underneath the blanket and shit, like acting like he's all asleep, but no, like counting down every single bite. He knows how many bites I got of left of cereal. And he'll wait for me to drink about half. He'll stick his face out. He's just like, "Grandpa, I want your cereal milk." I'm like, "You son of a bitch." There you go.
yeah,
He always gets his bowl of cereal milk, and he knows it. He knows it. It's the only animal that I know that's ever drank milk like that too.
yeah,
yeah, my dog doesn't do stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And like his favorite kind of cereal milk is Fruity Pebbles. That's his favorite. That's his favorite cereal milk. The Fruity Pebbles. He'll come up and he'll be like taking a breath. He's like got milk bubbles coming out the side of his cheeks and shit. Like holy crap, buddy. He's looking at me like, thank you. He's just like, yeah, he's all licking his chops for like an hour after he's just looking at me like, thanks, Grandpa. Thanks, Grandpa. I'm like, yeah, you're welcome, buddy. You're welcome, buddy.
Right.
I guess you will,
Yeah.
baby. He's a pain in my ass, but I love little dude. No. Hey there.
They're like kids sometimes. They get under your, they get
Yeah,
under
but
your
I can walk
skin
a kid out.
sometimes,
Yeah,
but
but I can lock a kid outside. I can't lock the dog outside. Human beings
Please.
don't call on human beings don't call when they see kids locked outside. They just leave them be. You lock a dog outside, they're calling the cops on you right away, right now, yesterday.
Well, that's true. It's like
Yeah.
it's amazing how animals have, you know,
Yep.
you can abuse a kid in front of somebody, but but a dog, an animal, somebody's gonna be calling the cops real fast on you. Animal control somebody. They're gonna be, you know,
Right.
that is true.
Yep.
You know,
Right.
I mean, people will save a little amoeba, but they don't care about, a life inside of a person.
Yeah. Like I was asked a couple weeks ago, at what point in time does life begin? And I said as soon as that sperm cell infuses with that egg and that
Hmm.
first chemical reaction goes, that's when life begins. We might not have a conscientious we might not have a conscientious memory of it. We might not have a conscious
Right.
memory of it, but it still happened.
Oh yeah.
We were still there.
Yep.
So because that's why the sperm and the egg makes the baby, because that's once they intertwine,
Go lay down.
that's a life, because that's how
Yep.
life becomes a life. And everything that breathes and thinks and blinks and walks, and some of us talk, once that sperm cell, whether you're a fucking fish or turtle, a human, a monkey, an ape, an elephant, whatever, once that fucking sperm hits that egg, that is a life.
Yep.
Period. And if you are removing that from this world, then you are murdering somebody.
Yep.
So if that's how you think, then fuck you. How about that shit?
That
You
is
can
true.
call it pro-life, pro-choice, whatever the fuck you want. I call it wrong. If you don't want to get pregnant, don't be sleeping around with motherfucking dudes.
That's
If you don't want to get pregnant, I guess swallow. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. If you don't want to be a daddy, don't go fucking around don't go be squirting in the vagina. I don't know what to, like, for real. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. Like, why do people not have kids? Because they ain't banging. Why do people have kids? Because they bang it. And with the way the world is today, there are so many different contraceptives out there. There's no reason for an abortion.
Right.
You got the day before pill, you got the day after pill, you got the day during pill, you got the day after pill, you got the day before the after, you got the day before the day after before the day before pill. You got a pill and a fucking cream for everything. There's no excuse for men and women to be having babies if they're not wanting to have babies. So therefore, abortions, that's my opinion, abortion is wrong. So there you go. If you didn't know that about GTK, now you know abortion is wrong. and I'm pro death penalty. So there you go.
Yep. It's
And pedophiles have no rights. That's what I believe in. So there you go. So there you go. Bet you didn't know that about me, did you, James?
I did not. No.
How you do?
now you do.
Yep.
And I don't care what anybody is. If you want to hate me over that, well, I guess you suck. So, well, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, probably not the last mistake you make.
Right.
You know, for
Yeah.
real. I don't
Yeah.
know. And see, that's what I'm talking about, James. I have that confidence in myself that I can say that shit.
Right.
I mean that shit.
I know.
Like, I don't care. Like, if that offended somebody, well, you probably shouldn't get offended.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you're offended by something I say, I guess change the channel.
I'm good.
You knew how to get here. You know how to leave here.
Be who you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
That's the thing is if you don't like something
You know what I mean?
Yep.
People
on
like
TV, turn the channel.
yeah,
If you go
for
to
real.
the theater and you don't like something in the theater, don't get up out of the movie and walk out. I don't care you paid the money and stuff like that.
on me.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
Like,
Right.
get out.
like with me, I am the same person that I am on YouTube as I am in my everyday life. I'm actually probably less flamboyantly fucking belligerent on YouTube than I am in my own life.
Right.
Get down.
For real. You know what I mean? Like, I don't sorry, this is me. I don't wear masks. I don't believe in them. I think masks are for fucking people who are chicken shit to show who they are because they think there's something wrong with them.
Right.
That's fucked up.
It is. Yeah.
I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I know that. Yeah.
so I mean, people have wrote books on, we all hide behind masks. No, motherfuckers, we all don't hide behind masks. I don't have one. This is me. This is me. I mean, that's scary enough. If you see my face, it's scary enough you can make masks out of it and scare the shit out of kids all around the world, I'm sure, on Halloween. But, I mean, it's not as bad as Ernie's, but.
Right.
I'm glad.
Dodge 3 bullets.
Dodge 3 bullets right there out the same barrel.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Right.
Well,
Oh, shit.
midnight, yeah. Or
Hell
after
yeah.
midnight.
Yeah. I'm just going to stay here and hang out. I might just take a nap and leave the live stream going for a while. If I fall asleep, then I'm asleep. So just so you know.
Right. Right.
If I fall asleep, there's one thing you will know for sure. I'm asleep.
Yeah. You're sleeping. Yeah.
If I'm sleeping, it's probably because I'm tired.
Yeah. You tired?
I would assume so.
I tell you what, I've never laid down to go to sleep when I was wide awake. Well, I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Go lay down now. I'm not telling you again, guys.
So I got all these stickers for the car, right? From Temu or Tamu.
Uh-huh.
Tamu is Tamu or not Tamu is what I call it. But got a bunch of stickers for my car. One of them literally says, "You should have been swallowed," like my sticker on my avatar right now says. That's the sticker that's on my car now. Another one says, it's in gold, and it says, "If you're gonna ride my ass, at least pull my hair." And then I got one more. I got another one on there. I put it on my driver's side window, right next to my face, basically. And it just has like a silhouette of a guy. The stickers that say like, it's got a guy on it. It's got like it's like acting like he's humping something, and it says like around or something on it. Well, mine just says like this like silhouette of a guy humping the word "you," so it says it's basically saying "fuck you." This dude cut me off yesterday, And I told my wife I was going to do this too before I did it. Like, I'm just going to point when I get pissed off at somebody for driving. I'm not going to yell and scream at him anymore. I'm just going to point at my sticker on my window that says "fuck you" on it. I did. This
Fuck
guy was just being
you.
like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" And he realized that as he drove off. I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
pointing at it, like right here. Not even looking at him, just pointing at the light. I'm just staring at the light.
So you don't have to.
Right.
I got the ultimate fuck you in. That's why I did it.
Because what's that? He can, you know what I mean?
Nothing.
Exactly.
I just went on my way. Didn't make any kind of eye contact. Didn't make any kind of eye contact with him except for when I first took off, and he's like, "This motherfucker." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Never a dull moment. That's what my wife always says.
Yeah.
And you make a point of that too, don't you?
I do. I do. Like, I know why I get attention when I walk in a room. Because that's what I want.
Your voices, you're always going to be the loudest one in the room.
That's my defense mechanism.
Yeah,
It keeps people away from me.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite thing is when people start getting nervous around me. They're like, "Quit yelling at me," and I look at them. I'm like, "Really? I haven't even gotten mad yet. Would you like me to get loud? Cause
Yep.
oh, dude, I'm
Uh,
telling you what, dude, I can rumble the motherfucking windows, dude." And they're like, I'm like, "This is me getting noisy, not loud." And I
right.
will fucking rock windows with my voice, dude.
I just leave whatever room you're in.
My wife, my wife, she just leaves. She's just like a little mouse when the light comes on.
No reaction, because if that's what you want is a reaction when you're that irate, I'm like, I'm good. I'm just gonna. I'll be over here when you calm down.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I've only been that mad at my wife a couple times. Just saying,
Yeah.
And towards somebody else, but
it's been almost always towards somebody else.
End of it.
Yeah,
Right.
But it's okay, it is what
yeah, yeah. And I've never beat her anyway more than she wanted me to. Anyway.
I'm sure you wanted to.
Oh, I have.
I would.
I'm not even lying. Like, I would be a liar if I told you I didn't want to beat you a
I've
couple
said
times.
some pretty ill things before.
Yep, you have. Yep, we both sure have.
But
That's what a relationship's about.
what had you learned? If you learn from it, then, you know what I mean?
She won't tell you the story about me putting my fucking head through a door
Because of the temperature.
because of the temperature in the room. Oh, dude, it was fucking disgustingly hot, dude. I'm like, people don't get it. I tell them all the time, like, I can't do the heat. I hate the fucking heat. It kills me.
Yeah.
Well, she had the fucking doors closed. The heater was cranked up, dude. Oh my god, dude. I thought I was gonna fucking die, dude. I kept on telling her, I'm like, "Babe, I'm getting like this is making me nauseous to my stomach," and she's just like, "Yeah, whatever," you know what I mean? And dude, I just got up. I was like, "You won't want to turn it off." I fucking just right through the door, my whole face, bam! Legitimately. Legitimately. Then she's like, "That was smart. Now I got to buy a new door." And I said, "Yeah, well, I still feel better." Yep. So I just went and turned the fucking heater off, and I removed the thermostat from the wall. Like, there you go. Turn the heater on now. Yeah. That was a long time ago, though. That was a long time ago. Hey, the door had it coming anyway.
Right. Right.
Yeah, we were ready to remodel in the first place.
Right.
Yeah.
Just helped it along faster.
Yeah, it just helped it come a lot faster. One day I'll tell you about how I came home from the bar naked. I didn't go to the bar. I didn't go to the bar naked. I came home naked.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a crazy night. That was a crazy night.
You definitely
Fun.
would not be able to handle Phoenix.
Oh, dude. Oh, man. We went to this bar called the 5 Mile here. It burnt down here a couple years ago, which is really sad because on your birthday, you get you know how most bars give you a shot or a beer
Uh-huh.
for your birthday? Not the 5 Mile. They were buy one get one free all night long on your birthday of whatever you wanted to drink.
Wow.
So I wasn't paying for them, but I drank like 14 fucking Dr. Jaegers, like big glasses of them. Oh my god, dude. Well, I don't remember where my clothes went, but when we got home, I stole a barbecue from a church, a barbecuer from a church. I don't know why. Um, I had one shoe on, I had one shoe on, one sock on. My pants were gone, my boxers were gone, and just my ball cap, naked, in the back of the truck. I still don't know to this day. Still don't know where the fuck my clothes went. Like
Get up there.
I don't remember getting out of the truck.
The sugar
Yeah.
glider wasn't with you the whole time.
Oh no, she was. She was. I
Oh,
think that's
she.
why I came home naked.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
So she doesn't know what happened to your clothes either, huh?
No, she was in the front of the truck.
I was in the front of the truck, and he was in the back by himself.
I'm like, you guys let me get in the
When we got
fucking.
home, he had no clothes on, and they weren't anywhere in the truck. And I was like, well, that's interesting.
And I like to tell the story like I just seen some fucking homeless guy who needed some clothes, so I gave him mine.
Except I only gave him one of my shoes and one sock.
Well, yeah, I only needed one
Still a
shoe.
barbecuer and all kinds of
Still a
shit.
He only had
barbecuer.
one. He only had one leg, huh?
Yeah, I only had one leg. Party dad. That's how we met.
Some beers.
Yep.
Oh yeah. And then like about
Taking people's
like
drinks.
about an hour or so, before the bar closed, like I was like just taking everybody's drink, like ordering drinks from the bar and just taking one of them outside, putting them in the truck, like boom, putting them in the truck. So like I had more drinks on the way home and shit. I guess I don't even remember.
Hmm.
I don't even remember leaving the bar.
Oh wow.
You're like you start undressing in the parking lot. I'm like,
Yeah, that's right.
if,
Yeah,
if you don't get your butt
my wife's like,
the cops are gonna be here, and then we're really gonna be having a shit show. I'm like, you better get your ass in the truck right now and stop getting undressed right now. Cops are gonna be here. He insisted, whatever, gets in the truck and undresses on the way home and like loses his clothes and everything.
I don't know how I didn't lose myself out the fucking truck.
Yeah.
I can't believe they let this drunk guy fucking just sit in the back of the truck.
You insisted you wanted to be back there at the barbecuer.
Jesus.
I'm like, whatever, that's karma. Deal with your own.
Then I didn't even get to use it. My cousin smashed it because he was an asshole in a wheelchair. Yeah, I just made fun of the dude in a wheelchair. We call him Hot Wheels.
Because he's a jerk.
Because he's a prick. He's got some issues. Real big issues.
Unfixable issues.
Yeah, unfixable issues. More than just being paralyzed.
Yeah, that's enough.
Okay. I'm just saying, like he can't catch a fish. That's a problem.
Well, just because you can with your teeth doesn't mean everybody
I
can.
know, right? And I don't even got none, so there you go. I'm actually gonna do my best to fucking go fishing on Saturday.
That's good. Be good for you.
That'll be fun.
Sure.
That's the thing is, you know, um, some of us we forget how to relax and and have fun, and it's so easy to just get caught up on the day to day stuff and not have fun. And then there's other people they never take responsibility and they're always having fun.
Yeah.
Then you're like and you're like that person never you know why are they not working? They're just and,
Yep. Yep.
but you have to have
I'll
fun.
get old enough someday. I'll be able to relax.
I I'm learning. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
me too.
learn and and not take things too serious and and I get I get caught. It's I get caught up in this has to be done and this has to be done
Yeah.
and
You know,
you
I think
know
that's more. I think that's most of. I think that's most of the society's problem, is they don't know how to just relax.
right.
Like, like
Just go with the flow.
everything don't need to be so serious all the time. And here I am. I should probably follow my own advice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Isn't that crazy how we give some of the best advice, but we
Yeah.
don't take our own best advice? Huh?
Yeah.
It's weird.
I mean, everything like I mean, I understand like I get the concept of time, like time is the one thing we all want more of that we never get more of that we can't replace once it's gone, and once it's gone forever and it's not coming back and we can't do it again. Like it's gone. It's not going to be here it's like it's not going to be here forever. Like it's so if you can't take what's the big deal? Take care of it when you can. Like why get all fucked up and stressed out about shit? And here I go. I should probably follow my own fucking advice.
Yeah, one of my friends used to tell me, she said, Laura, guess what? The day you die, there's going to be in your email all these emails in your inbox.
Yep.
And
That's crazy. Oh, that's fucking crazy talk, mom.
yeah, but to think about it, you know,
The day after you die, there's going to be all these emails in your fucking email that'll
right.
never be opened, never be touched by anybody.
I know how.
It's really,
And there ain't nothing nobody can do about it.
yeah,
So why stress about
it's,
it?
It's crazy.
it's, it's really one of the things that there's always going to be something to do.
Yeah.
Life as we know it pretty much goes on even when somebody
Good
dies,
night, sir.
6:30.
you know,
Yep.
Hey.
and that's why it sounds morbid, and yet it isn't morbid, when you think about it.
I can sum up everything I've learned about life in three simple words. It goes on.
Yep.
We
It
don't
goes on. It goes on. It goes. Things go
forever.
on forever with us or without us.
Goes on
The
forever.
the the sun shines, the rains, the flowers grow, the grass grows with or without us.
Yep.
Things happen. It doesn't.
For no one.
It's it just goes, and and
It's kind of like
It's not
we don't.
happy.
like death. One thing that's guaranteed.
Yeah, it's not happy. It's not
You know what I
sad.
mean?
It's not mad. It's not ignorant. It's not brilliant. It just exists. It goes on.
Well, I one of the things I've been learning,
Think it's slowly going down.
that we always think we want good things to happen to us. But sometimes good things doesn't necessarily mean that down the road the outcome is going to be good.
Right.
It seems good, it feels good at the moment, but it might not be good. Sometimes bad things seem really horrible to us, but in the long run,
Because
it's
that
a
to be one of the best
blessing.
things that ever happened.
It's like you're running late and you know you're supposed to be somewhere and you're running late and and you can't find the keys and you gotta be going somewhere and everything and you finally now you're late. You get in the car and you drive and there's an accident right where you would have been if you had been on time.
Yep.
You know, we don't.
Yep.
We can't. We we can't say something's good or something's bad because we we think finite and God sees the beginning and the end, and he allows things to happen, but we put a good and a bad thing happening. And and bad things happen to good people and good things happen to bad people.
It's
And
just the way it is.
it's just the way it is, and it's we it's there's no sense in getting jealous of somebody who seems their life seems better than ours, you know,
Yep.
especially if you watch sports and or actors' lives, they all look like they have it all together because they have all this money and stuff like that. But those people sometimes have the worst lives than we do
Yeah. Yeah.
because they're not necessarily making wise decisions. But some of us, you know, what one person thinks is a wise decision might not be a wise decision for somebody else. And, you know, and what seems common sense to one person might not be common sense depending on where you're living. And, and since you know that you don't do well in the heat, you know darn well you're especially not going to go visit Arizona in the summertime,
Yeah. For sure.
because you don't want to be opening the door at midnight and it's 110 outside, let
Yeah.
alone
I
what it
could.
was during the day. And, so you have to know, you have to know yourself. You have to know it, you know, it's like now that I'm getting older, I refuse to climb on chairs. you know I told my sister I want a ladder. I don't want a step stool. I don't want a ladder where you hold on to the front and there's no handles. I want a ladder that has sides that I can hold on to, and the steps aren't real high, not too,
Yeah.
not big steps, because I don't want to try to lift myself up and everything. And when I have done little things around here and I'm standing on a little short stool, I've told my niece, I said, grab the phone. You're standing right here, and if I fall, you're calling 911. Cause,
Right.
but I won't. But like to climb on the counters, and I've got stuff I need to put high up and everything. And I've told my sister, I said, I cannot climb up on those shelves, you know, up on, I used to be able to get on a chair, get on the counter and clean the top of, a shelf and stuff like that. I said, I'm not going to do that. I know myself better, than trying to do something like that. You know, my
Yeah.
body doesn't do that. I'm not going to do that. And, I know my limitations. Um, but I know what I used to do. Is it frustrating? Yeah, it's very frustrating, but
Yeah.
I'm not good, but I'm not going to do it because it
I
would be
can't.
foolish. I
If I do,
can't.
I'm gonna get fucked up.
And
Yeah.
and since I'm home most of the time by myself, it's like there's times when it's like I really want to work on this, but I can't. I can't work on this because there's nobody here to help me, and I'm not going to do it. So I walk away sometimes frustrated because I can't work on that project. But it's like, okay, I'll just have to wait. But I told my sister, I'm I'm looking at ladders. I've been googling ladders and looking at them and stuff like that. And I don't want an expensive ladder, but I want, I want you know a tall ladder so I can climb up, but I can still hold on to something while I'm climbing up and not, you know.
It says you need to connect your microphone and your camera, James. I can't let you up until you do.
Did James fall down?
Yeah. And now his mic is just not working, so I can't let him back up.
Uh,
Oh, there goes my mom now too. Well, fuck it.